all you fantastic people. Silver Dragon here, coming at you with some more X4. Gonna be continuing where we last left off. Let's go ahead and just jump right on in there. Right, now we're gonna take a look when I launch in here, but hopefully this should update my game to 3.2, since it is now basically into its official release per se. So hopefully loading in it'll update that. If not, then I might have to screw around with it a bit. We'll see. Might have to actually click on the save file and have it updated to 3.2 or something along those lines. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let me go ahead and quickly... Hey, Dark Wolf. Welcome. Let me go ahead and pause everything here, since that's all running again. Fantastic. So, new things in 3.2. They added a new storyline, a lever to move the world for some diplomatic missions, which should be interesting. New unlockable game starts, new standalone tutorial for the flight school and such, a couple new systems, ships, and weapons, which is definitely interesting. They improved the graphics engine a little bit, add some new support to new visual effects, better sound effects. Virtual seminars and quicker skill progression for crew training, which is great because that was a pain in the ass. Configurable alert system, individual and group crew transfer, which is quite nice. Policing options for your player-owned space, very useful. I like that. Mules has been updated to version blah. Home setting for supply mule is now mandatory. Try to patch your homeless mules to something reasonable, but please check on their orders. I haven't set up any mules, so it's fine, but I love that notification. That was fucking hilarious. Okay.
I was asked to drop my cargo. Awaiting orders.
Memory of Prophets. It's a Discoverer Vanguard. I mean, come on. I see the station here is still getting bombarded by a ridiculous amount of Xenon. Unfortunately. Nothing we can really do about that right now, but hey. It is what it is. Trying to play Rust frame by frame. Being glued to the same spot for me to... Rust. Oh, Rust. I've tried playing Rust again. Honestly, I just didn't like it. There's not really much game there to enjoy, to be honest. It's literally craft and kill other players. That's about it. That's all there is to that. What else do we got here? Ability to dock using a spacesuit directly, so you can basically dock with stations directly. More control over drones and turrets, which is always welcome. What kind of... Let's check my turrets here. What do I have for controls? Attack fighters, attack current enemies. First things first, let me make sure... version 3.2. Yes, so I am on 3.2. Improved target display and missile or mission guidance. Improvements to the menus, including the map and all that. Oxygen display when players in the spacesuit, which we already had anyway. Alternate steering methods. French voice recordings, apparently. New assignments, new trade assignments, new resource requirements for research. Oh god, which means there's new... Let's see here.
This will allow you to
No, it's about the same, although Teladionium I think is different. Yeah, Navidium, that's definitely new. So they definitely have tweaked the requirements for a lot of these now. Interesting. Skill gains for crews opening lockboxes, exploring ships, discovering stations and gates, and returning from ventures, which I can't do. Added distress drones sent from ships attacked in friendly territory, but away from any stations to report attacks to the police. Weapon mods increase damage done to surface elements is quite nice. Race-based engine trail colors, I like that. New missions, more variations to existing missions. So there's a lot of interesting stuff that got added, to be honest. They updated farming and are now adding modular trucks. That sounds somewhat interesting. From what I played of it, I just didn't find it all that intriguing, to be honest. But yeah, I should rather than talking about the update, I should be talking more about what the hell we accomplished last time. And to be completely honest, we didn't really accomplish all that much. At the end of the day, we mostly got our asses kicked, to be honest. In my absolute, like, bloodthirst, essentially, to take this sector. And actually, there's a Xenon N currently attacking a station construction there, so I'm gonna go deal with that quickly. But yeah, in my bloodthirst to clear the Xenon Sector 451, we deployed basically my entire cap fleet against a single station, and I lost 2 of them. 2 of my large class ships, and I was very upset about that, but there was not much I could do. It was a Xenon defense station, and that thing does not fuck around at all. It has many, many, many very powerful turrets.
S.
I don't know where the hell you think you're going, but you ain't. This little bugger here is the one that tends to build stations, so if he's here, he's probably trying to build one in this system. Do I have my turrets disabled? I think I do. Probably do. Yeah, they're disarmed. There we go.
Container.
Extended fuel container, I'll take that. But yeah, let's go head on through and deal with that M now. Quickly. Where the hell is the gate? There it is. There we go. So yeah, I ended up trying my damnedest to keep them, because they kept building massive fleets in this system, and that just needed to stop. And lo and behold, I finally got tired of it. And is that Kraken seriously dying to a frickin'... Okay, no, they dealt with it, but still.
Entering system. Matrix. Number 451.
Thanks
Let's
for
get
your
him.
help. Use a little something as thanks.
Damn straight I do.
Container. Container.
High energy AGI heuristics core, I'll take that.
N.
Goodbye.
Container.
I'll take that, I guess. Alright, so it looks like with everything that I did, the Talati shouldn't have any issue acquiring this sector now. So hopefully that'll relieve some of the annoyance that I have to deal with. Anyway, let's take a look. So, because of that bullcrap last time, we basically decided, you know what? I'm just gonna buy all the damn ships I need, upgrade all the damn ships I need, and then just have at it. So we ended up spending most of my money. Also, I'm noticing there's definitely a lot less lag all of a sudden, which is nice. So yeah, we ended up spending most of my money to buy all the ships that we needed. Ooh, I like this here. They definitely updated the look for this menu here. There is a ant patrol attacking a Parenthood station here. Not that I really care much, but hey. It's worth noting. Mine. Navidium. Let's get to my actual miners now. Scroll out to the greater zone. That poor station is still getting beat up on by the Xenon. It's just, it's never gonna stop. They're gonna be beating on that station for an eternity, it seems. At least until they're, well, I'm more worried about the moment that that station no longer holds up and they finally destroy it, because then that means the Xenon are coming my way. And that will be bad. That will be very, very bad. So I currently have the Monitor, the Buffaloes, and basically everything that I can. Trading the components that we need, because we're basically low on hull parts right now. We just don't have any hull parts, and it's a problem. Are we selling any hull parts here? We are. You know what? I'm gonna have you... How many hull parts can you carry? Let's remove all orders for a second here. Go ahead and buy all the hull parts you can from there. And then go ahead and trade it over here. Because they need 41,000 hull parts. And that's all to support me, basically. So what I think I'm going to do... I need a couple more traders. Yeah, I need a couple more traders here. So let's go over here for a second, because otherwise it's going to take literally forever for this to happen. Everything there looks fine for now. So yeah, let's go ahead to the Talati Wharf here, buy some ships. Good old medium class Vulture Vanguards. We'll get MK2 travel drives, MK2 combat thrusters, 2 MK2 shields. And this has changed as well. This interface has definitely changed a little bit. Go ahead and give them a nice pulse turret. Docking computer, flight assistance. We're just going to go all out on this guy. Crew, and I'll even give, or captain, I'll even give him like 2 service crew. Right. Add to shopping list. Damn it, they're missing engine parts here. But engine parts I can potentially provide. You know, let's get 3 of those then. Confirm order. So we need 121 engine parts. Do you currently have? So let me quickly remove all orders. Why can I not select that? It's annoying. Fuck, I'll have to do it manually. Shield components, turret components, Nostrop oil. Add engine components. Actually, I sell engine components, don't I? Yes, I do. Do me a favor. If you kindly. Someone attacking me?
Mineral.
No, but we have a ice miner here, apparently. As tempting as it is to go assault that, no. I'm not going to bother. So hopefully... Let me go to my property here quickly. I ordered number 10 to do that. So hopefully he'll do it quickly. Well, I mean, quickly, quote-unquote. Alright, so with that, once they transfer those resources over, unless somebody else that's an actual engine component trader happens to do it before they get the chance, I will be able to take all 3 of those vultures, set them up in that sector to trade to that station, and then to give them a distance to buy at. So they will buy within, I'd say... Let's take a look here. So we're setting them up here. Oh, Heart of Acrimony, the Boneyard also changed. Because the Boneyard used to be up here, and it just got moved over here. Interesting. Interesting. But yeah. So, let's see here. I'd say within 3 gates should be fine. Maybe I'll make it 4 just in case. But yeah, 3 or 4 gates should be fine, and then they can trade it. But I just need them to get it done. It's rather important. Everything's in the queue. I mean, the Dragon Raiders are almost done. We have quite a few of those ready to go. There's a few more, same thing, more hull components to complete their requirements there. I wish there was something I could do, but unfortunately there's not really all that much. I could also spend... How much money do I have right now? Also, let me get rid of this stuff soon. I have exactly... Well, I got 7.7 million due from trades. What do I have for cash right now? I have 99 million credits still, even after buying all that crap. Which is good. So here's the new police authority thing. You can set which wares are considered illegal in sectors that are policed by you. I don't have an organization name right now. I should probably do something about that. Modifications, spacesuit upgrades. Fine for that. There are new global orders and such, but I'm not going to tweak that right now. The new trade rules thing. I can also save... Let's see how I do this. Let me go to the map for a second. Let me use my high-tech factory as an example. If I go into plan build... Aha, here it is. Export a construction plan to your construction plan folder and share it with others. So I can basically copy this little station right here and then upload it so that other people can load it in and build it as is. Although this one doesn't exactly look all that sexy, but hey, it's, you know, it's nice. So this guy, let me take a look at his logistics here. So this is a engine part and weapon component fact. Right. Heart of Acrimony. So we still need potentially 200 plus million if we want to make our own shipyard again. So we're going to have to earn some big money. We still need quite a few engine components here as well. Where did that monitor go? What's he doing right now? Or was it the monitor, or was it something else? No, I think it was one of the monitors. I'm pretty sure I have them doing that right now. Oh. Yeah, I thought so. It's like, why the hell are you buying? Because he's a resupply ship. Why are you buying it? That was awkward. So yeah, he's going to go buy another 2,000, bring it over and sell it. But we still need a lot more. Almost a ridiculous amount more. There's my other two rattlesnakes. Where the hell did that other monitor go? That's driving me. There he is. What is your current objective? Okay, so he's probably doing the same thing right now. He's buying and selling some of the hull parts right now. So if I really wanted to, and assuming that I actually had, well, enough money and desire to do it, per se, I could also buy... Where is he? This beast right here. And it actually loaded this time. Millennium Megatrans Transporter. So, just the hull alone, we're missing hull parts to build it. It has 182,000 meters squared storage for container storage, which is ridiculous. Even the monitor, I think, is nowhere near comparison to that. Yeah, like this guy, the L-class fighter freighters are like 34,000 at most. Let me take a look at the monitor, see what that one's at. The monitor that I'm using as my large transporter right now has a capacity of 29,000, so I would be able to trade in the tens of thousands if I bought that thing. But, that being said... Just the hull alone costs 17 million. Just the hull alone. Not to mention, if I want to buy... Let's go with the basics here. So we want an MK1 travel drive. We want the MK2 shields. We're going to need at least MK2 all-around thrusters. For the big shield generators, obviously we can't cheap out when building something like this. So we're going to make them MK2s. When it comes to turrets, these are medium-class turrets, so they're mostly for defense. We'll make them all pulse turrets. Or you know what? Let's make these ones plasma, just because we can. We'll go plasma there. We'll make these ones pulse. More pulse. And then finally, the last one here, we'll make them plasma. Of course, something like this needs to be maxed out. There we go. It's well, not that many flares. That's a bit too many flares. So even as a basic amount, give it a good amount of service crew. The total cost to build this thing is 29 million. Almost 30 million to build this thing. I mean, eventually I will definitely build this kind of beast, because this would be an excellent kind of universal transport for everything. Oh, I see. There's actually a lot more shields for that. I mean, this thing is just a monster. Look at it. It's beautiful. Go ahead and save that as a new loadout for it, so it's ready to go. For next time, when I eventually look at it again, it'll be at as 182,000 storage. So that would just be beautiful to have. But again, the total cost is 29 million. Almost 30 million, to be honest. So, woo! It's a bit too rich for my blood right now. Now, Vulture Vanguard. So somebody brought these supplies in, I think, unless that they're still not constructed. No, they are definitely constructed. Okay. Let's see. Let's go. Here. How do I want to do this?
Can I help?
Even though I think you had sufficient anyway. Yeah, let's select this. Check distance. I'll set the max to buy. I'm trying to remember which one this is, because they always, the screen gets cut off here. That irritates me. There we go. To buy and to sell. So now if you hover over it, you actually get what it says, which did not do before. Add, remove wares. All I want you to trade is hull parts. Enable trade bans for the Zyarch Patriarchy. Confirmed. It'll also make you homebound. Can I actually copy? The one thing I can't do is copy the entire setting, though, I don't think. Which is unfortunate, because I would like to do that if possible. Good. He was able to do that by default. Homebound by 4 gates away. His range is limited, though, by his skill level, which is nice. Check distance, station trader. Hull parts. Trade ban. Patriarch. Confirmed. Next, final one. Homebound. Buy within 4 gates. Station trader, hull parts. And hopefully with that, they will do what I want them to do. At least that's the hope and the dream. So if they start trading with that station, or buying hull parts and selling into that station, we'll be good to go. I really, really hope that they do. Because it's kind of bloody important at this point. Hell, I even have the goddamn raptor doing it. Huh. Okay, it's just an alligator. I was wondering for a second there. Oh? Oh, you're done already? Shit. Alright. How's your brother then? He's not even started yet. Okay. Go ahead and... Oh, they're buying so little there. Yeah, that's much better. So yeah, sell... There, come back, mine more Nvidium. As always, my friend. Okay, now... With that, most of what we need done is getting done, so let's see. Declaration of the Curbs, that's what we're waiting for here. Friend of the God Realm. Yeah, let's go ahead and get these done then, shall we?
Autopilot. Engage. Autopilot. Disengaged.
The station's coming along nice, apparently. Excellent. We'll have this built up in no time. At least that's the hope and the dream. Ooh, there it is. The tutorial. Fortified Mega Transport.
Entering system.
That's
Anonymous
another
Zura.
very similar beast. That's the Argon's version to that ship. The super transporter, essentially. Slam on the brakes for a second so I can actually bloody turn around.
Autopilot.
Let me go ahead and turn on the
Engage.
autopilot. You know what to do, autopilot. It's the Talati shipyard. I want the Argon shipyard.
Awaiting orders.
Where the hell is the Argon shipyard? Have I still not found their shipyard? That's unacceptable. Yeah, that's not freaking good. That's not freaking good at all. I got their wharf, but I don't have their shipyard on screen, which, yeah. That's kind of terrible, honestly. Oh, here we go. I got one out here, apparently. But it's the Ant shipyard, though, not the
Entering system.
Argon one.
Right promise.
But they should have the same kind of shit anyway.
Awaiting orders.
Here's one beast that I want to get as well. The Sanahar Giant Transporter. 156,000, but it's just, look at this thing. It's just nice. It's just very nice. It's an L-class transport then, the R1? Or do you just not have access to that? Apparently you just don't have access to that. That is a cool little... That's a miner there. The Incaratua, something like that. 54,000. There's some really interesting transports here. Some very interesting transports, actually. Okay, let's go back to the XL here. The Deep Space Miner. Oh, look at that thing. That is just sexy. I would never need this. Like, this is ridiculous amount of storage space for a miner. Like, holy crap. I would have it almost just for bragging rights when I have that kind of money.
Alpha.
The Nomad Sentinel Auxiliary. This is their ship transport, basically, I think, or their fleet supplier. We have the Colossus Sentinel Carrier here. The Mayaman Carrier, which is, I mean,
Entering system.
that's just
Bright
a
promise.
nice looking ship. I mean, come on, look at this thing. That is just a very nice looking ship. But for a carrier,
Entering system.
capacity's not
Trinity
the greatest.
Sanctum.
Then we have the R1 Mothership Carrier. Also a very, very sexy ship. Just like the Raptor, it has a its main kind of dock in the center, I believe, because it has 2 M-class docks and 12 S-class docks, which I'm
Autopilot.
pretty sure they're in the back here. Just a really, really nice ship. And then we have the Avenger MK1 and MK2. Obviously, we'd end up going with the MK2 if we were to use that, but overall, the gun placement on that one's not the greatest, so...
Parenthood Wharf.
Alright, let's go dock.
Docking granted.
All thanks to my traders grinding rep for me. And this right here is actually the fabricator, where the ships are produced and stored. Oddly enough. It doesn't really seem like this would be a factory, but apparently it is. So we're just going to go to both of my locations where I need to...
Illegal cargo on drone detected.
Dragon.
Yeah, we're just going to go get our license, or what the hell, reputation boosts or rank boosts, and then potentially buy some licenses from them. After that, we will probably do a mission while we wait for all the shit to happen, because honestly... There's not too much I can really do right now. I could go harass the Patriarch again, but most of my ships that I use for that are currently away. I mean, I could call both the Rattlesnakes in and possibly the Raptor,
Good to see
but hey,
you, friend. We've
give
been
me rank.
observing you and your activities with some interest. Some have called for you to be recognized. I'm not displeased to present you with a new rank within the great god realm of the Parenthood. As with all honors bestowed by the Parenthood, this comes with worthy benefits. Should you betray us, you will immediately lose these benefits, and shortly after, your life. As we have judged you worthy, we do not foresee this as a likely possibility. You will henceforth go and enjoy the rewards we have gifted you. There are a number of organizations within our empire that will see our decision as a reason to approach you. With our blessing, you are expected to continue your honorable behavior. May the holy fires burn within you. Safe journey. It's good to see you, friend.
I will buy your police license, thank you.
Safe journey.
Pardon me for 2 seconds while I adjust all of my... There we go. Adjust all my alarm clocks, since I need to be up really goddamn early in the morning, which is going to suck, but hey, it is what it is. Alright, actually I can just hit Shift D. Out of my chair, please.
Greetings.
Greetings. Alright. Next. We can also take a look at some of the Parenthood ships. Honestly, I don't think the Parenthood have a lot of really good ships, which is almost a shame.
Space. Is that the best you can do?
Let's take a look. Well, we got a...
Autopilot.
There we go.
Engaged.
I'll turn on the autopilot for
Entering
that.
system. Unholy
We
retribution.
did finally find one of their sectors in Sacred Relic, but it appears to be suffering some issues, because they only have XL ships here. That's it. We have... This is a nice little super transporter. 142,000
Entering
container
system.
space.
Highest
Still
limits.
less than the Millennial that we were looking at, but hey. We've got the Boran gas megaliner, which, again, I would never need to have this. The only reason I would ever buy something like this would be to supply my, like, mega complex, essentially. We've got the Hercules builder,
Entering
which is just like
system.
any other builder.
Artifact.
The
Waiting
Thanatos
orders.
First Guard Battleship, which...
Entering system. Holy
Weapon
vision.
placement on this is actually really good, so it would be very, very difficult to destroy this thing without directly attacking its turrets. But overall, it looks like a fairly lackluster battleship, to be honest. Its main cannon might make it more worth it, but yeah. This thing, on the other hand, is a completely different story, because although its turrets are mostly in the back, its main cannons are probably quite insane.
Autopilot.
The
Disengage.
Odysseus main cannon battery is what this thing uses. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Then we have the Linebreaker Carrier, which it's actually a pretty boring carrier, to be honest. It doesn't look bad, but its capabilities as a carrier are just very poor. But it's only 9 million, so it's kind of understandable. We have the Executioner Star Force Battleship. Again, it looks nice, but it doesn't really have enough weapons to make it worth something I would get. And then finally, this guy right here, the Erebos Mothership Carrier. Slightly better than the previous carrier. Still not too crazy. The only thing that makes this quite nice is that it has 4 M-class docks. This is something more designed to launch larger ships. But yeah, let's take a look here. That thing had 3 times the Odysseus equipment. Not equipment, I guess. Military weapons. The Odysseus main cannon battery. There it is. So it uses 3 of these beasts right here. It has a burst weapon output of 2,000 megawatts and sustained of 1.3 megawatt, which compared to, let's say, my Rattlesnake battery, it's about the same, honestly. Yeah, it's a lot better than the Phoenix, so it's almost on par with the Rattlesnake in its damage. But with the Rattlesnake, there's 4 of them, though. So the Rattlesnake still has a bit more superior firepower, but considering
Parenthood Wharf.
shields and the
Docking
kind of
granted.
shields that thing could probably carry compared to the Rattlesnake, it would be very debatable as to which ship would live longer if it got into a fight. As with all split technology, they are meant to deal a lot of damage and not really defend themselves, so yeah. While I'm at the core sectors, though, I think I'm going to head up to
Successfully
Argon
docked.
Prime and find that damn shipyard,
Greetings.
because that's kind of an annoyance that I don't have access to that shipyard yet. Or I haven't found that shipyard yet. Once more, the YouTube bell notifications are slow. That sucks. Welcome there, Zenair. Ronnie. Anyone else hanging out? Welcome. Welcome, welcome all. Right, let's go talk to the representative. Blah, blah, blah. Don't betray us. Many benefits. Much profit. Kill you if you betray us. So on and so forth.
It's
Hi.
good to see you, friend.
Give me
We
a rank.
have watched as you have performed a great number of exploits within our space.
I
Our
sold
order
you
finds
shit.
you worthy of some recognition. In the name of the
literally,
holy
I
name
only
of the
sold you
Pontifex,
shit.
I lift you to a new standing amongst us. You will find that your position will include a number of benefits.
Keeps
In the
pinging me,
event that you
goddammit.
turn against us, we will wrench this title
I don't
from
care.
you and serve judgment. However, with your noble character, we do not expect such a thing. Go and make these rewards your own. We pray they help you continue on the path to enlightenment. You may also find that certain sanctioned groups with our order will have gained interest in you.
He
You
sees
will
all.
do well to not reject them. I again recognize your holy will. May the true Pontifex continue to guide you. Safe journey. It's good to see you, friend.
I would like your police license, please. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Safe journey.
Keep up the good work. Get out of my chair.
Hello.
Hello. I'm still glad I have that freaking captain, honestly. If I ever transfer ships to something else as a standard, I'm gonna have to take her with me. Right. Where the hell are we going? Actually, where are we right now? So we are in Holy Vision. I'm actually shocked that they've managed to basically take over the areas here. Although I can't seem to get a... Let's go object list here. Yeah, Holy Order of the Pontifex owns that. Xenon still own Faulty Logic, but we're gonna head straight up to Argon Prime. And then ask somebody for guidance to the shipyard so I can get that on my map. That's kind of important, to be honest. Also, I'm pretty sure they have things that the Ant do not. Because each station should be somewhat different in what it provides. Each, like, minor faction has a couple of ships that the others do not. More stations being built everywhere. Now saving, please wait. Ah, delicious. Alright. I should also attempt to find the black market traders again, if at all possible. Like, I still think they're linked to that quest, and if you don't get that quest, you don't get the trader, but we can try. All we can really do is try.
True sight.
Whoa, what the hell? Get back on the highway, we're not there yet. We still gotta go through second contact to get to Argon Prime.
Entering system. Second contact.
We are almost there. And bail.
Jump gate. Argon Prime.
I more so wanted to see that large freighter there,
Entering
but hey.
system. Argon Prime.
Hello there.
Where can I find the
Sending you
shipyard?
information now.
Fly to unknown sector, you say. I'm not even sure who the hell I targeted there.
Autopilot. Engaged.
Oh, there is a gate I haven't checked out here yet. Interesting. Actually, there's two gates I haven't checked out here yet. Actually, it looks to be a... Wait a minute, isn't this still Argon Prime? It's in a different sector. Either way, we have a gate there. I'm pretty sure that leads to probably Heretic's End here, because I think there was... Maybe the Void. Yeah, no, it definitely... No, the Void leads to Frontier's Edge here, which is another system I haven't actually explored enough yet.
Minotaur. Vanguard. Unknown station.
So here's our Argon shipyard. We actually have two gates here, one of which is inactive. The other is not. Let's go ahead and deploy a satellite there. So now we have that on our map. We're going to go see where the hell this gate leads, because now I'm curious. But first, let's put on the brakes, and I want to see what the shipyard here provides. So let's take a look at his L-class ships here first. So we got the Baylor Escort Destroyer, which is just a nice ship. I mean, look at that thing. It's got a lot of turrets on that thing. It is just a real nice little ship. We got the Behemoth Vanguard Destroyer. It looks nice, but it's definitely no Baylor. We got a couple different miners and transports, freighters. Again, they have many different variations to these, which all look kind of interesting. But for L-class, And it looks like most of the ships here are actually the same as the other shipyard. The only difference being the tutorial fortified transport as the actual LAR XL transport that they have, and this beast right here, which is actually another thing I was thinking of getting at some point, the Tyrannus Linebreaker Battleship, which is overall a pretty decent little ship. I mean, it's mostly just a lot of turrets and a couple of fighter capacity, but it's still a nice little one. But the main one is the R1. The R1 is just beautiful. Look at this thing. It's just so nice. I've got to get one of those eventually. Right. Let's go.
Jump gate. The Reach.
The Reach, you say? It's to the Reach.
Entering system. The Reach.
Interesting. Oh, wow. That's a beautiful little star there. Great. Ooh, got multiple stations over that way. They're deep in the sector. Looks like we have a mixed... Let's actually go to the asteroids here. Deploy a resource probe. Let's see what we got here. And then we'll head towards those other stations. Oh, shit. Well, there goes my last torpedo. I should really go buy some more torpedoes. Especially considering I'm now out of them. So the resource probe actually detects nothing. Oh, hello. We've got a couple of stations way out in the middle of nowhere, apparently. Yeah, that's almost 200 freaking kilometers away. Jeez. Anyone else think Battlestar when they see the R1? Yeah. The Ottawa. It's a beautiful chip, and I want it. Kind of like I really wanted the Raptor, because it kind of looks like a Imperial destroyer. I mean, do I have access to? Probably don't. So let's go take a look over here. Buy ships, XL class, Raptor Carrier. I mean, just look at this thing. Does it not look like a Star Destroyer of some kind? Probably the newer version of the Star Destroyer. But yeah, its downside being that it only has one M-class dock, but it has 21 S-class docks and 100 storage space for...
Agricultural Good Medical Supply Factory. Nova. Vanguard.
So it is a beast of a ship.
Medical Supply Factory.
Deploy a satellite here. That should cover both of those, so I have them marked. Let's go ahead and head down there now. The only downside being that even though it's showing there are resources here, we're not really seeing much other than ore. Because the red does mean just the ore. If it was purple, I think it would be a mix. And blue would be, what the hell? Blue would be the gas, essentially. And welcome, Botsy. Alright. Let's get there as quick as we can. Well, actually, let's check on the progress. While we're making our way there, let's check on the progress. So the rattlesnakes are the last ones now. All of the dragons have now been constructed. So let's go ahead and check on... You actually have some energy cells. Let's see about trading with the station. They'll only buy 99 of them, so screw that. So, once again, hull parts. Weird. Oh, because I was selling energy cells is what was happening there. Not buying hull parts. That's why I wasn't showing it properly. I understand now. And likewise, I'll even get my raptor to do it, because you know what? I need everything that I can get right now. Buying and selling hull parts to this place. All so they can build the last of my ships. Slowly dying inside trying to play Rust, the latency you're getting. Oof. That's always an issue with games like that, is just ridiculous latency. Sell. One rattlesnake. Two rattlesnakes. Not sure. What happened to my new hull traders? What are they doing right now? You're just kind of chilling here. That's not good. How would I forcefully get you to do what I want? How's that sound? He's actually bringing in turret components, which is not what I really wanted him to do. Okay, once you're done with that, though, go ahead and buy hull parts. Come here, sell hull parts. Yeah, that is 110% not what I wanted you to do. But, hey, it doesn't surprise me. And sell. There we go. And with that, they're basically doing what I need them to do.
Unknown station.
That looks like a large station, so I'm kind of intrigued to find out what it is. Stuck in a spot bouncing and was slowly killing you? Oof. Big oof. A high-tech factory.
Unknown station.
Since I'm not going to be able to cover all the stations with one satellite, we'll deploy two. That's another high-tech fac. And deploy satellite. Brakes. Turn it around now. Turn it around now. Let's get out of here.
Alright, pardon me. What do they actually trade here? They create microchips, refined metals. This guy makes hull parts, scanning arrays, and drone components. And finally, you create silicon wafers, microchips, and food. Again, high-tech just means that they produce multiple different wares, some of which are at least high-tech. So microchips for him, scanning arrays and drone components for this guy, and so on. Let's see here. Who do we got? Argon versus the Holy Order. Holy Order versus the Argon. Holy Order versus the Parenthood. Righteous Parenthood Empire versus the Heretical Order, quote-unquote. Caught in a trap. Ooh, defensive measures. Build a defensive station. The Argon Federation. That's a nice $12 million request there. But we don't actually have any proper guild missions being given to me right now, though, which is annoying. That being the case, I don't really want to do any of those ones. As much as I'd love to build a little defensive station for you, no. I'm not going to do that. Although I could. What do you need for a defense station, actually? A minimum plot size of 4 by 3 by 6 kilometers. Required constructs 3 defense modules, 1 docking area, 20 turrets, and 12 times shield generators. To be a valid defense station, one of the defense modules must be an administrative center. So you need an admin center, you need all of this other stuff, and it would give me 12 million. I wonder what that would even cost, though. 4 times 3 times 6... alone is going to cost in the reach, by the way. So let's take a look here. Oops. Just in case I would,
Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
Yeah, no. Apparently it doesn't cost anything to build a plot here, which is intriguing. Now, what am I actually missing? There's a lot of things that I need. How many? Let me take a look at my inventory quickly, because there's too many things I need to do. There's too many things that I'm requiring right now. How many EMPs do I have left is what I'm trying to figure out. Crafting wares, general wares. I have 1 spacesuit EMP. Okay. Let's go space fuel and space weed. It's for that factory right there. I'm basically looking for potentially the places that have the bars. No, that's a space fuel factory, so it makes sense for him to require that. And the stations tend to buy space fuel. We tried going to the Fire's Defeat before, we didn't find anything. We will try going to this one, perhaps, and see if that has the
Autopilot
black market dealer
engaged.
that I've been looking for. See what happens. Other than that, is there anyone else potentially closer? Not that I can see. No. No one else is requesting those goods. Let's go ahead and add the usual defaults back on here, so... we want... pardon me, Nvidia, we want hull components. Maybe engine parts as well. Let's take a look at you.
Entering system. Argon Prime.
I'm assuming he is trading with it right now. Yeah, there we go, he just jumped forward. Got rid of it all, so that's good. He's undocking right now. Let's go ahead and have him. Buy some more. Not you. Trade with the station, sell them all. How is the progress on my Raptors coming? The other, I think we got what? 2 out of the 5 I need are now done.
Entering
Try
system.
calming a pirate.
Class choice.
That is a potential way to get it done. Actually, take this choice. Now that I think about it, the other best bet that we could go for, and this is actually a uncontrolled sector as well.
Entering system. Silent witness. Autopilot disengaged.
Hard brakes. Let's go check out this sector, because I haven't done that yet either. I could go to Napilius's fortune and see about checking the stations there, because they could also potentially have it. If not, they might even just sell it outright, or the secured containers that I need to make it. Because I have a lot of the other stuff I need to make them, just not the secured containers. Because if I got even like 3 or 4 additional EMPs, I could freaking just go crazy
An
with
arena.
it.
Unknown object. Refined goods complex.
Deploy a satellite. That should cover this area nicely. Ah, I'm gonna crash. Couldn't, unfortunately couldn't pull up in time there.
Entering silent witness. 11. Major dust factory.
Yeah, scale plate packed. Speak of the devils.
Out of docking range.
Speak of the devils, we have the scale plate
Awaiting
packed.
orders.
Let's take a look around these stations. They might have some of the mission that I'm looking for. Worst comes to worst, we'll dock with them and see if we can buy the secure containers that I need for the merchant. Here's one right there. Let's hope it's a lucrative opportunity.
Are you interested in a job?
Demonstrate your skill for the Hatikva's Free League. Decline.
Docking granted.
Alright, let's see what we can see here. Hopefully they'll be selling what I want, but I'm not going to hold my breath entirely. $1.3 million credits. We're slowly
Successfully
getting money.
docked. Dragon.
Welcome.
Excellent. No. Shit. Not what I meant to do. It's been a while since I've accidentally done that. There's the trade location. Gonna slowly bunny hop my way over here. Oh, that's blinding.
Can I help? Here you go.
Show me your wares. Secure containers. They have none. Shit. That's unfortunate.
Be gone.
So apparently I can make one more though. Yes, I can make one more EMP and I'll totally do it. Because I have 3 more remote detonators. So if I could get 3 more secure containers, that would be very nice. I'm just going to check the various stations
Greetings.
here and see if they happen to have secured containers.
Agricultural goods factory.
I actually have several stations out here. And I can see potentially another gate out there as well. So there might even be more to
Unknown
this sector that we can see.
station.
Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and send out that pulse before I continue. That way I get a good idea of everything around the area. Ah, there's another pharmaceutical goods company out there. Actually, one of my ships went there and I didn't even know it existed, which is weird because they're not supposed to do that. Unless I've been there and actually have a satellite in the area, they're not supposed to just kind of run off on their own and try
Out
to do
of
that kind
docking
of stuff.
range.
Alright, let's take a look around here for some sparks. Usually they'll be found up top. And hey, if we find any of the red dots, we might actually be able to just hack something as is. Especially these right here. These big modules are actually the habitation modules. I would
I
not
was
mind that.
asked, awaiting orders.
As is standard procedure, just escape. I'm not seeing any sparkly bits anywhere, unfortunately. You will also tend to hear them as well if they're around.
Docking granted.
Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and dock. You can already see where the shop is at as well.
Successfully docked.
Hello.
Dragon.
Hello. And away we go. Charge!
I was asked to awaiting orders.
A Plunderer Phoenix Vanguard in Memory of Prophet. Memory of Prophet just seems to be filled with goddamn pirates.
Can I help? Here you go.
Shit. Lodestones I already have plenty of. You do not have what I need at all. Shit.
Go.
Going. Get out of my chair. I think I'm gonna start heading to Memory of Prophet 10 because there's just too many goddamn pirates in that sector that need to be freaking dealt with.
High-tech factory.
But first, I want to go check out that gate and see where it leads. Then I can have the autopilot take me there while I deal with other things. Well, shit. He is no longer in my view. I was about to mark him for death. Unfortunately, I can no longer do
Unknown
that.
object.
Oh well. I'll have to mark him for death later. Get ready to deploy. Also... No. I was thinking I should check this place for different gases, but there's not really any.
Entering. Silent witness. 12.
Oh great, there's mines everywhere. Luckily, they're friend-foe mines. And actually, an interesting thing as well is if you take over a sector that has mines like this, apparently they become yours.
I was asked to drop my cargo. Awaiting orders.
Nothing really interesting in this area other than what I'm going towards right now. Just give me a blue ping, but yeah. So all of these mines would be apparently considered my friend-foe mines.
I was awaiting orders.
I'm getting really annoyed by those damn pirates in Memory of Prophet. There's an abandoned cap ship here? So this is what it was leading me to, but what is this? It's a wreck. Okay.
Asteroid.
That is a lot of mines. I wonder where that abandoned ship is around here. And I'm wondering why the hell it was leading me to this wreck, but there's nothing actually here. Right. Memory of Prophet. Appears to be having a lot of issues. Let's go deal with those issues.
Autopilot. Engaged.
A lot of ore, a lot of silicon here. And actually, hell, oh,
Autopilot.
there's
Disengage.
apparently stations out here. Yeah, it should have a locker in it, but I didn't see anything when I was there. Either way, apparently there exist stations out here in the middle of nowhere, and they're scale plate, because of course they are. How are we on progress? Also, how are you doing? Let's check your funds. Okay, so that's another 1,000,000 credits for me. I will take that. Thank you very much. Rattlesnake production. We're still on the slow end of that, unfortunately. It's actually a Talati construction vessel out here. Boy, satellite, go! What's the marker to the north? Which one do you mean? The question mark? Or might be the ship? We'll find out. I doubt it. Most of this
Unknown
stuff means
station.
that there's a station. I suppose I could find out where it is. Oh, hello, we got a Xenon. Not a Xenon, a Koch installation.
Unknown state. Cock defense platform. Alligator gas. Hive Minotaur Raider.
Yes, this is a Koch station, actually.
Cock installation.
Deploy satellite. And then run away. This thing probably has turrets that can kill me. It does, and they hurt. They hurt a lot. That's trying to lead me to that same damn ship again. I'm not falling for that. We got some Talati and Argon, a mix of Talati and Argon ships around here. Right, when we get a little bit of distance, I'll do another scan, and then we're going to get out of here. The scan is not going to detect any abandoned ships, though, unfortunately. Ooh, purple, hello. Let's go see what that ping is, shall we? Hold up a second. I'm assuming this is going to be a anomaly. Well, we'll find out when we get there. Getting close. Wherever it is. Ever so slowly, we're getting there. Oh, it's a data vault. That's what it was. It was just a data vault. Yep. Came all this way for a data vault, but hey. Why the hell not? Put a satellite out here. Get on up, get on
Greeting.
out.
Dragon.
Should be one down here to align this somewhere, because there always is. Well, not always, but most of the time there'll be something around here to align this guy as well. That, or it might just be attached to one of the things I just opened. Which is probably the kit. No, there it is. Oof. Hey. That should be 90% of this thing unlocked now. Looks like all the lower ones are empty. Let's get up. Encrypting data stream, new entry added to the timeline. But there's still one more that we should be able to open in order to get some loot. Fortunately, I'm not seeing the thing I need to laze. Scree. Ah, there it is. No!
Spacesuit EMP.
Hell to the no. Jesus. Give me a freaking heart attack, why don't you? Oh, holy crap. Okay, one more hatch up top opened up, and that's probably the last one. Nope. Oh, there it
Container.
is. Remote detonator. Actually, 5 remote detonators, which is nice. Alright, that's all we get.
Dragon.
You can never open all the hatches, which has always bothered me, honestly.
Hello.
Hello. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find out. Hmm. So apparently... Apparently the ones that are pinging blue, they do actually have loot that you can acquire, but you have to use your spacesuit to actually get it. So let's go take a look at this one right here. So you have to EVA, look for places that you can hack into, essentially, and then you can get her from there.
In an arena, gas, Sentinel.
So apparently it's this one right here. Yep, that's what it's pinging me about.
Hello.
Dragon.
Oh shit. So there should be somewhere on here. Oh shit, that's good. Yeah, no, they're coming here.
Docking granted.
They are coming here.
Prepare to die.
Get out of my chair.
M. N.
Turrets do seem to be performing a little bit better than they did
N.
previously. Well, let's deal with the rest of these
Container.
pricks, because they are frankly
Container.
annoying the shit out of me.
N. N. Container. Container.
Programmable field array, Novanium oxide. And then we can go ahead and check that out again.
Container. Container.
I don't care. Where the hell was my... Great, now I gotta find it again. There it is. So yeah, there's supposed to be a lockbox or something inside here that I can get to. Supposedly.
Dragon.
Let's take another look around this place and find out. It'd be nice if it would stop putting me inside the
Docking
fucking
granted.
ship. Yep. Alright. God, this thing is disorienting. Yeah, there's one right there.
Container.
Avoid. Oh, security bypass systems, apparently. Which, I mean, it's a security bypass system. That's always okay, I guess, but not really worth coming into here for, so hopefully there's something else. It's a little disorienting when it keeps spinning in space like this, but hey. Ram my face into this thing. I'm not really seeing much else in here. Who knows what kind of ship this is, though? Yeah, I guess it was only the one box. 'Cause I sure as hell am not spotting anything else. At least we actually found something here, though. God damn it. Okay, fine. I'm not going that way then. Jesus. Pain in the ass. Whoop. Okay, where the hell is my ship? It is time to leave. There it is.
Dragon. Docking granted.
Gone from the gravity of one to the gravity of the other. This kind of reminds me of Shipbreakers, which is going to be in early access soon.
Hello.
I'm definitely looking forward to that. Okay. Let me take a look here. Silent Witness abandoned ships. The Perseus Vanguard fighter. Yeah, there's a fighter here, apparently. The Osprey Frigate, the M Drill Miner, the Odysseus Vanguard Destroyer, which is the big beast. We've got a Cerberus Sentinel. So there's not really much, honestly, for guaranteed abandoned ships. There's only one L-class ship that I know of. And I see no other mention of any other abandoned ships. Yeah. So yeah, there is technically an abandoned ship here, but it's not worth me, tracking it down. Right. We should probably leave. Also, here's the pirate base that I actually upgraded. You know what, let's go there. Because maybe they have what I need for components. And I can drop a satellite when I'm there. If I haven't already. If I have, then why the hell didn't I go check that place out? Probably because all I saw was the factories. I didn't actually see the pirate base. So yeah, we'll quickly go check that out. Now, how are we doing on construction here? Rattlesnake number 3 is under construction at long last.
You're finished.
Okay. The hell? Bunch of ships here currently fighting it out. Oh yeah, quite a few ships fighting it out. Actually, the freaking ZYA got here somehow.
Try again. Big mistake. Maybe
Alright. Okay, you've already finished your job, so I want you to go and do it again. Just keep on keeping on, my friend.
I was asked to drop my cargo.
Good for you. You're asked to drop your cargo every like 20 minutes. I think you can kind of figure out what I'm going to tell you to do at this point. Oh shit. And I rammed into the station, 'cause of course I did. Whoops, at least I'm not inside the
Pirate
station,
base.
which is the important one. If I got stuck inside the pirate base, that would very much so suck, because that happens. If you ram a station with your ship while you're in travel drive, there is a possibility that you will be stuck
Successfully
inside that
docked.
station, and it sucks because the only way you can get out of that is to
Welcome.
ram them, or not to ram them, is to basically blow up the component.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Dragon.
And yeah, again, that sucks. Luckily, we have a trader right here. Please have what I want. Please, 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 please.
Can I help? Here you go.
You, my friend, do not have what I want, which is a shame. But, shit. I was kind of hoping that he sold that by default, but he does not. He actually sells a lot of illegal wares here, but not what I'm looking for. Advanced targeting module. That's very unfortunate.
was really hoping to get some more EMPs.
Whatever.
Now saving. Please wait. Oh, turning it over to the NPC pilot can get you unstuck as well? I had no idea about that. There's another possibility that I hadn't thought of as well. Fly out of sector. Or not fly, teleport out of sector, then teleport, order him to move somewhere and teleport back. That would probably work, because as long as you're out of sector, it's no longer hopefully going to calculate you as inside the ship.
I was asked to drop my cargo. Awaiting orders.
Can I help? Here you go.
Shit. You also do not have any secure containers. This saddens me. And you also don't have any spacesuit EMPs.
Whatever.
A kingdom for an EMP.
Hello.
I noticed you sparkling over here.
I hope you can help.
Fast flight. No. No, I most assuredly cannot help. Alright, deploy a satellite and we're getting out of here. It is time to go! What the hell are you doing out here? Apparently he's trading. Okay. Oh, my elephant's doing his job too, apparently. Oh, that thing's almost destroyed again. That's not good. The day they finally destroy that is going to be a bad day for me. Uh-oh. Thurik's Ravine has downsized again. That's not good. That's not good. Let's take a look at all of my satellites here. See if we've got any interesting targets. Not really. Got a couple of buffaloes going around, but nothing that blows my mind. There is the Red Knight here, which would be nice. Same thing for a lot of those rattlesnakes. I would love to capture some of those rattlesnakes, but they're not in good positions to allow me to do that. Right. I'll have to fix this now. Which is a pain in the ass.
Drop my cargo. Awaiting orders.
Bright promise, you say.
Autopilot engaged.
Autopilot, go! Let's save, load for a second, hope that fixes the sector. Because that's kind of a problem. When for whatever reason, the sector gets compressed. I don't really know why it happens. It's one of the many bugs I've honestly encountered while playing. We've had the universe go dark. We've had that happen, essentially, where that specific sector, and I haven't seen it happen to any other sector but that one. But apparently, it just happens. It's like, don't ask why, it just happens. I guess because technically the sectors are almost infinite in their space. So you can just keep flying off and off and off in one direction and it'll keep expanding the map. We've had that happen in a different sector where I was chasing gas miners or something, looking for a specific resource in that sector for a mission. Future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Aww. That's adorable. Right. How long have we been on this as well? Because I'm probably going to have to call it sometime soon. Yeah, we're already an hour and 40, give or take. So I was hoping that we could make a bit more progress on the actually getting the ships built part. And, well, we technically have. Because we have 90% of what they want at this point. We're just missing like two more rattlesnakes. Once those rattlesnakes are done, we have our fleets. I can get rid of anything else extra that I need to, which I guess I can't really do too much in that regard when it comes to the Marines that I bought. But hey, what can you do? What can you do? And of course, as I continue to make more and more enemies, because eventually I'm going to have to be at war with someone other than the Patriarch. So I'm going to have to pick a side in the Parenthood Wars, essentially. And depending on which one, that's fixed again. Depending on which one I choose, obviously we're going to have a lot more ships attacking my trade ships. We're going to have a lot more concerns, per se, when it comes to things that are going to be raiding us. But hey, that's all part of the universe in that regard. You throw a stone, you get a ripple. And sometimes those ripples come with lasers. Right. It's like, this is a nice little sector, but... And actually, let's take a quick look here, because that would have been added to my timeline here.
The Terraformer project is terminated.
Yeah, the Xenon here.
The use of artificially intelligent ships to help in Earth.
Hold up.
Autopilot.
Let's go.
Disengaged. Autopilot.
I was on autopilot.
Engaged. The Terraformer project is terminated. The use of artificially intelligent ships to help in Earth's colonization efforts sent shockwaves across the scientific community. Many argued the move would drastically
accelerate the transforming process without incurring the resultant increase in construction costs. Undesirable that there were huge economic and social benefits to mankind. Other question whether it was use of truly intelligent machines was in fact slavery. Many are drawn into countless arguments over the definition of sentience. Terraformer Project's condemnation, though, came in the form of the mathematics and programmers that proved without doubt goal drift changes made to the original programming of the terraformers caused by machine evolution could not be ruled out. This, they argued, was a profound danger to intelligent life throughout the galaxy. In 2099 AD, the world government ordered that the safe self-destruct program be patched into the first, second, and third Terraformer fleet software, causing the immediate destruction of all Terraformer units. Foundation of the Federation.
Foundation of the Federation. Building themselves up from nothing after facing complete annihilation by the terraformers in the Terraformer conflict, the Argon spread throughout the Jumpgate network at a far slower rate than the original Terran settlers. During this time, there were of course many disagreements over the direction of the Argon people, leading to the secession of both the Hatikva Free League and Free State of Solara from Argon Prime leadership. Despite their differences, however, they were able to join in an alliance, and in 241 NT, the Covenant creating the Argon Federation, with Argon Prime at its capital, was signed.
Operation. And again, there's a lot of things here that a lot of notes in this timeline that I do not have yet. Operation Final Fear. I remember this one. I remember this one.
I was asked to drop my cargo.
Oh, for the love of God. Stop interrupting me.
Awaiting orders.
Right. This one was actually a mission, I believe, in X3, if I'm not mistaken, which is very fun mission.
Final Fury. Though the M0 class battleship used by the COG at the Battle of Omicron Lyra was destroyed, and no more during the rest of the COG campaign, The cog remained a dangerous threat to the community of planets for some time.
Yeah, that was
tide
the
only
final
turned
mission of
against
X3
them when
for
a
the main
connection to the
storyline.
Soulgate was re-established, and the technologically advanced USC fleet were able to stifle the last major cog offensive. After that, the community of planets was able to organize a counterattack against the cog, using information gathered from cog ships.
Locate the hive points of origin and destroy it. The operation was known as Final Fury, seen as the end of the cog campaign. So this was Final Fury was actually something that took place after the main mission for X3 finished. It was a, I think there might have been even Terran conflict that popped up afterwards, an expansion. That unlocked that mission that you were able to take part in against the major invasion against the Ka.
Entering system.
Alliance of the
Promise.
Word. That's a different one.
In 801 AD,
This is talking about the
19
Parenthood
years
thing.
after the death of the community of planets, messenger drones from Sacred Relic appeared in Argon Prime and Kingdom End, bringing word from the Parenthood that they were attempting to find out the reason for the shutdown and send any aid they could. These Parenthood called themselves the Alliance of the Word, offering some kind of communication between star systems, even if interstellar travel was no longer possible. The Alliance of the Word still operates in Sacred Relic to this day, sending automated scouts to systems still trapped outside the newly connected Jumpgate network, in the hope that they may find out who has survived the dark times and send aid to them if necessary.
Go Parenthood, shit. We got ship comparisons that you can do as well here. The encyclopedia we've already looked at.
Minotaur, Raider.
Think you can raid my ships, punk? Get your ass back here. Tired of your shit.
Get spaced. You're making a big mistake.
No, I'm not.
Get spaced.
You think you can use your boost drive to escape me, you fool? You bloody fool. Pew 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 pew! Pew 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 pew! Down you go. Down you go!
You're just asking for it.
To space hell with you!
No.
I'm sending you to Space Jones's locker. Enjoy. Enjoy your trip to Space Jones's locker.
Container.
Hello, remote detonator that I've been looking for.
Container.
Basic
Container.
weapon chamber is also very
Container.
nice. That's a component needed for the basic weapon upgrade. And again, I think I'm gonna go download. I keep saying this, and honestly, I think I'm gonna do it here the next time I get the chance. I'm gonna go pick up the what the hell's it called? Also, I need a satellite here. I'm gonna go pick up the mod that allows me to excuse me. Basically,
Thanks for your help. Here's a
words,
little
brain,
something
function, come
as
on.
thanks.
I know it's late. I know you've been doing a lot of shit today, but come on, brain. You can do it. Just a bit more. Just work a bit more for me. Come on. Dear God. Can't believe I'm that out of it at this point, but apparently I am. What the hell was I even thinking there? Fuck me. Shit. It's completely slipped my mind now. God damn it. God damn it. Why, brain? Why?
Autopilot engaged.
God damn it. Scree. No. There we go. Thank you for reminding me what I was talking about. A mod for essentially upgrading weapon components so you can get the higher tiered ones. So you can basically craft the high tier weapon components without having to, you know, worry about the RNG of maybe you'll find what you're looking for by blowing up a bunch of xenon or something.
Entering system. Profit Center Alpha.
Ah, yes, Profit Center Alpha. So we only got 2 more rattlesnakes left to be constructed. I'm sending out all my ships again to the same damn place.
Autopilot.
Or closer if
disengaged.
we have it. No, because that's everything that they got, isn't it? Autopilot
Entering
disengaged, but it
system.
didn't.
Silent witness.
Well, it didn't take me off the highway, that's the problem. No. I guess it's right here then. There it is. I don't know why they keep trying to buy it from other locations. This place has ridiculous stock and is selling it for cheap. Everywhere else is not, and they keep trying to buy it from there. It's rather irritating, to be honest. There we go. But yeah, it allows me to craft all of those higher tier weapon modification components by basically using the lower tier ones plus resources, like the same kind of resources you would salvage anyway. If you've been thinking about this game, you had it on your wish list on Steam, and it's on sale at the moment. It is on sale at the moment, actually. Wait, where was I going then? Because it wasn't here. Oh, it's down this way. Those 3 stations need a satellite. Personally, I would say that with version... Well, I can't even say with version 3.0, but yeah, 3.0 helped. But when the game first released, it was not the greatest, honestly. They once more made the mistake of not really doing what they've done well previously and then enhancing upon it and fixing the things that they, you know, didn't do well. Instead, they like to go for a kind of a style of scrap the whole thing and redo it almost from scratch, which doesn't really work out too well,
Sentinel.
honestly.
High-tech factory.
The best thing that they did here with X4 is that they came out with a really good engine that they worked on for a long, long time.
Full part factory.
I'll deploy 2 satellites, one here and then one up ahead further for that whole part fac, because it's not going to be within range. But yeah, and after the updates that they have released since, honestly, it's improved a lot. So, personally speaking, I would say it's definitely worth getting this game. If this is the kind of game you're into. There is a lot of, there's a lot of things you can really do. It is a sandbox. Honestly, I still think it's too much of a sandbox. There's not enough, like, really good story missions, personally. But with some of the, with the new DLC, the Split Vendetta and that, some of that has been enhanced, per se. I still think more of it could be enhanced. You know, give us a big, overarching kind of storyline that kicks in, that threatens the universe. And, you know, I'd be a happy man, per se. Like the Xenon. The Xenon are a massive threat. So give us some massive Xenon invasion that happens that threatens all sectors and basically forces them to try... Like, that would be great. Would that not be freaking great if somehow something happened to further enhance the Xenon. So you go through some events, something occurred, and they got an upgrade, and suddenly they're pumping out like new ships. You know, all of the Xenon sectors start reinforcing and just pumping out a lot of ships to basically invade all the other sectors, and then every race or every faction at that point has to kind of work together to fight it off. That would be very interesting. I would love to see that happen. Now, looks like someone is getting attacked over here. I have a new ship to go kill.
Autopilot.
Autopilot, go! I'm being lazy today. While the autopilot is taking me there, let me go ahead and check on my miners, because they are ready to sell. There's 900,000 credits in my pocket. Mine Navidium. Sell Navidium. Confirmed. Mine Navidium. Let's grab my long-range Navidium traders. Have them go do their thing. There we go. That's another 1,000,000 credits there, pretty much. Mine Navidium. Mine Navidium. So if you have any questions about it, feel free. What is the player... Is it the player does in this game? Are you a civ builder, trader, conqueror? All of the above. Pirate? Basically, yeah. All of the above. You want to be a pirate? You can be a pirate. You want to piss off every single faction and build your own empire? You can do it. It's not going to work out too well because there's not enough places you can trade in, not to mention you really do need blueprints. So, personally, for example, if I wanted to be... If I wanted to be, say, a split pirate, what I would do is I would pick either the split patriarchy or the free split families. Considering if I was going to be a split pirate, I would probably choose the free families because they're basically an assortment of pirates and such anyway. And we're supporting them this time as well. That way you have one faction that you can sell stuff to, that you can buy stuff off of. You're going to need them for trading, for buying of blueprints and such. And you're not that way you're not completely cutting yourself off from everything. Cuz there's not enough of an option to create like a pirate empire per se. Cuz they don't really have their own shipyards, they don't really have any of their own blueprints. I would love there to be a mod though for that. Like to build a lot of like slapped together kind of stations where it looks like just a bunch of panels welded together to produce goods. At probably reduced rate to regular stations, but be cheaper to produce.
Memory of profit.
That would be really awesome. Unfortunately, doesn't quite work out that way. But yeah, like a perfect example was I was testing shipyards out, so I was trying to see whether they were faction locked, whether we could just build a small medium shipyard, grab any blueprint for a small medium ship and build them. As it turns out, yes, the shipyards are not faction locked, so you don't need to spend 184 or 164 freaking million for each faction to build their ships. Luckily, because that would have been hell. But yeah. What else? Excuse me. You don't have to pay a shit ton of money for their factions. We did find out while I was waiting for that to kind of happen, though, that... Ooh, actually, this is a Phoenix Vanguard. Let me get my ship in here. I need a ship for boarding that. Do I have a ship locally that's still left? I don't think I do. No, all of my Raptors and everything are over here. Ooh. So yeah, like Matrix 451 here, as it turns out, when we were doing that experiment, I had to leave it on overnight, because I needed time for the reverse engineering mod I have to do its thing, so I could test that properly. And Matrix 451 was on the edge of being destroyed. They've been sending, like, Xenon fleets to attack Yonamatsura for a long time. Ks, which are their destroyers, and their Is, which are their super destroyers, pretty much. And I've been trying, bashing my head against the wall to destroy them every single time they pop through here, because this station, with the little king above it, is the faction rep for the Talati. So that is where you go to buy the blueprints for the Talati, and when you earn rep from them and such. So, in the effort to defend that station, because that's where I was buying most of my shit, I wiped out so many Is and Ks. Eventually, they were finally sending their fleets in here to deal with that. And they mostly had it destroyed, but then they kind of failed. Actually, kind of like right now, looks like they sent a Branch 9I and 3 Branch 9Ks to once more resecure the sector. So that's going to be a problem. I'll have to deal with that eventually. And they wiped out Family Takur, every single station in this sector here. All 8 or 9 stations. All of them got destroyed. So I finally was like, you know what? Screw it. We're going to wipe out the freaking Xenon in this area so that we can either claim the sector or someone else can do it. And we did so. It cost me 2 of my ships, 2 of my good ships, but hey, we did it. Right, let's, speaking of my good ships... I need you over here, my friend. Unfortunately, it's going to take him a long time to get here. We're just going to follow this ship for a while until using our Seda, until he shows up. But yeah, there's a lot of trading, a lot of fighting. You can do a lot of missions that pop up. Like, for example, I can see right now, just looking at my mini-map, there's a combat mission in this area. So if I go to my map under mission offers, ignoring all of the guild offers here, steady trigger finger, this is the one that's I can see locally there. Destroy mines, so it's a very, very easy thing to do, and I would get a basic seminar management, seminar for management, which, that's a very common one, honestly, as well. Help with trade operations. You can see that you get a variety of rewards for these as well. Each level of this will give a reward, so if I open the briefing, I can see that this gives a basic seminar for management. This one will give me a basic shield generator coil, so I can make a shield generator enhancement. 1-star crew, another basic shield generator, and then finally 100,000 credits. Setting up a satellite network or maintaining a satellite network, so this would be an easier one, because it only requires me to repair a bunch of them. And I get Nevidium Crystalite, and a 1-star seminar, and a couple of basic seminars, so, Increase portfolio, ship procurement, panel hacks, learn your lessons. Couple of things here. They actually gives me a paint mod for the ship, as well as 3 million credits just for this first one here. But procuring a specific ship usually means that it's going to cost me quite a bit to get it. And another thing that they changed as well is if you get a mission.
I was asked to drop my cargo. Awaiting orders.
Ignore it. One thing that changed is if you look at the mission tab now, it no longer has the opposing faction subsection. The only time it has that now is if there is actually an opposing faction, which is good, because every time I look at it, I'm like, wait, am I opposing anyone then? But yeah, a lot of times though, they'll give you missions where it's like, technically this is illegal, so if you do this, they're gonna, the local police will be informed of your transgressions, we will say. Okay, let's check on the progress of my rattlesnake. He should be on the way. There he is. I believe that's him. Yep, he's on the way. Once he gets through a gate or two, then I will engage the ship.
I was asked to drop my cargo. Awaiting orders.
Get away. As always. You know what? I'm half tempted to freaking disable that, because honestly speaking, I specifically have that enabled just so that I know, like, exactly this. Like, he just went unhostile. He is now blue. Even though I know he is a plunderer, so he is a pirate ship, it's now being flagged as blue. So I specifically left this enabled so I would be informed if interesting ships like this one, which I'm hoping to capture, would show. So basically, so I get informed as to where they're at, so I can get over there and capture them. So that's why I kind of deal with the annoyance of them constantly saying, "Hey, someone's accosting me." Chimera here. He's actually following the other guy there. One of my trade ships. Alright, let's get my Seda back on. One of my laser towers was destroyed in Thark's Ravine up here.
I was asked to drop my cargo.
Marauder
Awaiting
Kestrel.
orders.
Way, it's a Marauder Kestrel. I don't care for that. So yeah, a lot of the laser towers. So I laid down an entire line of laser towers here, as you can see, because they were. I was having a bunch of ships attack. I think it was one of my monitors here,
I was asked to drop
and it
my
was
cargo.
pissing me off like you wouldn't believe.
Awaiting orders.
So I finally took control of the damn thing. I tried a million other ways to get that ship out of there so I could get some combat ships into the sector and, you know, save it. Kept blowing up, kept retrying, kept blowing up, kept retrying. Eventually I'm just like, you know what? Screw this. Deploy laser tower, deploy laser tower, deploy laser tower. Just constantly just ramming the button to deploy laser towers. And then lo and behold, we have this gigantic line of laser towers, which actually managed to kill them. Because, hey, one laser tower, not going to do the job. 30 or 40 laser towers,
Awaiting
that's a little
orders.
different. You keep asking me about that same goddamn cargo, I swear, I'm going to finally lose my shit.
Nice. I might have to help myself to some of that.
Some asshole and silent witness here.
I was asked to drop my cargo.
You know what? I'm going to ignore you.
I was asked to drop my cargo.
Seems so keen. Let's fight.
You know the answer to that. Call me when it's important.
Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
Oh, a lot of laser towers are getting destroyed now. Now the question is, are they actually getting destroyed by something important or just by a random... Yeah, the water trader, Boa, is currently being harassed by them and not having it. How does the game start? There's a variety of starts you can choose, actually. I personally picked the free split family start. Okay, what do we have here? So we got some Argon L pulse turrets. That's going to have to die. Apparently we're going on a trip. Luckily they only have the one L turret. No, they have both. They have two L turrets. So those I'll have to deal with. They're gonna hurt. Luckily I'm in the gravitational well of this thing, so hey, it's gonna kind of... It's like, I was asked to drop my cargo! Not my cargo! Help me, sir. It's like, you're my only hope. Tell me what to do. I can't think for myself. Even though you technically ordered me to, you know, to call you when this shit happens, you know. So it's kind of your own damn fault, but hey, tell me what to do. Alright, let's check up on my rattlesnake. Let's see where the hell he's at. As soon as he's a couple sectors out, I will... He's actually going through the matrix, so he's going to head straight to there, vomit across, and then he'll be good to go. So once he gets through to Yana Missouri, we'll start dealing with this guy. Because then, by the amount of time it's going to take, I should have this thing disabled by the time he gets here.
Awaiting orders.
First step with this is I have to actually scan him and identify him as a pirate again, because otherwise we're going to be in the shit for attacking him. Who's buying Nvidium? That's it, 1500. Ugh. You know what? No, just sell 1500, come back mine. So I'm just waiting for my guy to get roughly over here, then I'll start scan him first, then I'll start popping the turret up top there, which hopefully he shouldn't have an angle on me here. If he does, I'll need to get the hell out. He keeps draining his own shield by going into boost, which is hilarious.
Awaiting orders.
Nvidium Miner Bravo is ready to trade. Alpha's also ready to trade. Now I'll do both of you. That way I don't have to waste as much time. I mean, if he keeps draining his shields like this is a good opportunity for me to actually blow up his shields entirely. Mine, Nvidium. Alright, let's check up on the rattlesnake. Where is he at? He is one sector out, okay. Scan. Oh, look! You are a pirate. So if I angle myself right here, I should be able to, hopefully, blast his little laser turret here without risking myself too much. There we go, I got all my guns on it, and there goes his laser turret. We'll just go ahead and pop his shields while I'm at it, if I can. My freaking turrets would engage, I'd be very, very happy. Unfortunately, they apparently do not want to. Luckily, we can barely destroy this myself, apparently. Almost got it. My guns are overheating though, my turrets are not firing, which is irritating me. There we go. The hell are you guys not firing for? There we go. That's all you had to do. Done. God. Pain in the ass.
Mercy, please.
No mercy for you. Now the one thing I want to find out is, has this soured my relationship with the Scale Plate Pact in their entirety? Let me blow up one of his engines and I'll find out. Because if the pirate base is now showing up as red, then yes. No. No, it has not. Good. Just gotta blow up his engines so he can't get away. And I don't even need to destroy the front guns. I just have to... Oh shit, that one's still active. That one's still active. That one's still active. That gun is about the size of my ship, so yeah. Gotta avoid that. But I have a good angle here where he can't really shoot me. This is basically how you capture big ships as a small dinky ship. You fly around their hull like an annoying insect and you pop their cannons. And then you bring in your transport Vic, whatever it happens to be, that contains a whole bunch of Marines, essentially. And then you deploy those Marines on the actual... against the ship. Ooh, did that destroy it? Yes, it did. Next. Now this is a dinky little carrier slash destroyer. But hey, it's worth getting. You assaulted my ships. This is the price you pay. This is the price for your arrogance. Oh shit. They still have some medium bolt turrets left, apparently. Oddly enough, they must have another primary shield generator. Yeah, here it is. Because I'm like, their shields are still going up. They have to have another primary shield generator somewhere. And here it is. All the deck. I have no more torpedoes. I used up all my torpedoes. I accidentally sent one of my torpedoes into space, actually. So I'm kind of sad about that. I will probably resupply once this is over. Alright, my job is now done. The ship is basically disabled, and here comes our rattlesnake. So I can just basically take my ship now and F off. Do a little quick boost out here, and then I'm going to use a fantastic function that I unlocked via research. I am going to quickly teleport over to my rattlesnake. Excuse me, sir. I am taking command. Right. There he is. Charging the warp drive. Once I get there, I can begin boarding operations. Again, I really wish they would enhance the boarding UI to make it more interesting. Because right now, it's very boring, to be honest. You get your initial kind of UI for it. But there's no... the only thing that you get after that is basically RNG progress reports. And that's it. If there was like a little live feed or something that was playing on the side, just a pre-rendered cutscenes or something and showing their progress... and just, you know, something really nice like that would be really freaking cool. I would love to see that. If someone would mod that, I'd be a happy man. But yeah, who knows. But yeah, I just feel like the boarding is not interesting enough. It's not intricate enough. Like, there should be other things you can do as well. Such as, again, something that was possible in X Rebirth. Which was a game that also had its ups and downs. You could deploy a hacking drone while boarding operations were in effect and hack certain sections of the ship to give the boarding crew an advantage or to help them out, essentially. I like that feature. That is a good little feature. It makes it more interactive and more interesting. We are 90 kilometers away from this. And it's a Phoenix Vanguard, so it's worth a good bit of money, even if I just sell it, if I don't bother keeping it in my fleet, which, considering it's not the best ship in the world, I might just sell it for a good, what, 8-9 million?
Awaiting orders.
It's worth a good bit of money. Alright, we're almost there. I need to slam on the brakes at about 6 or so kilometers. Please don't ram it. Board the ship. Alright, we'll do medium. Actually, I need to scan it first as well. That way I can...
authorize you to scan.
Oh. Now saving. Please wait. Do. Unfortunately, the scan failed, so I didn't get a... I don't think I have a police scanner on this one. That's unfortunate. I didn't get an idea of how many crew they have, which kind of need to know, otherwise it's going to be a problem, but hey. Hurry up, autosave. Seriously. Dear God. Let's scan it again. Oh, they have 17 crew. Ah! Ah.
Pod launched. Moving to target.
Stay sharp.
Unfortunately, though, they got their freaking engines up and running at the wrong goddamn time, so that's going to be rather annoying, because now they're 7 fucking kilometers away. Of course you are.
Keep an eye on sensors.
Fuck my life. You know what? Because they just fucking did that, I'm gonna load that autosave that just popped in, because that's really aggravating that he just took the fuck off there. How valuable the autosaves? You just find out. You just found out exactly how valuable the autosaves are. I'm about to use one to keep this guy from running away. Crashes do occur, though. Honestly, I've had a lot of bugs happen, like what happened when one of the sectors got shrunk into a portion of its size. Yep, they had 17 crew in that ship, which means that I should easily be able to take over that ship with only a handful of troops. But I'm going to send, you know, twice their amount, just because I can. Space isn't remote at all. It's only a half an hour's drive away if you could drive straight up. Indeed. Well, we'll rescan the ship again. I will shoot him so that he's not going to get away. Blow up his engines, and then we'll be good to go. I'm just like launching the boarding. Just as I started to launch my boarders, I was like, you son of a gun, you repaired your engines. That's why it's very important to keep those engines disabled. Unfortunately, they have really good repair drones, so yeah, they worked a lot faster than I thought they would. I mean, it's not like I took a major loss. I could have, but then the issue is, canceling a boarding operation is a huge pain in the ass. In order to cancel a board operation, say I set the boarding operation to occur at 50% of the guy's health.
Phoenix, Vanguard.
In order to actually do the boarding operation, let me make sure that my weapons are disarmed here, because otherwise that would be very bad, as my guns are very powerful and this thing would die in a very short amount of time. Make sure I'm going to keep disabling him so he's not going to run away while I adjust my ship around to pop his engines again. There we go.
Laser Tower, Mark II.
Mercy, please.
Alright.
Phoenix, Vanguard.
Board. Honestly, even at Stronghaul, apparently, it's very low risk, but
Pod launched. Moving to target.
Stay sharp.
Laser Tower, Mark II.
I really want to blast that freaking laser tower. There we go.
Phoenix, Vanguard.
Once they board, which again, boarding is a bit of a pain in the ass, because in order for boarding to occur, all of your actual like boarding crew pods need to link up with the target, and a lot of the damn time they tend to have one guy
I need an update.
who can't seem to dock with the ship. He's flying through the ship and back out of the ship and through the ship again.
Green.
And yeah, that holds up the whole damn boarding operation, and the ship could blow up in the in-between because there's a giant enemy fleet in the way,
As thanks.
engaging the damn thing. That's basically what happened with my Raptor. I was throwing I had to try and board that thing about 6 or 7 times before we finally captured it. just because every single time I got it down to 50%, which is where it needed to be at minimum for my guys to be able to capture it, the Allied fleet, quote-unquote Allied, nearby, who I can't tell them to stop, kept blowing it up. So my boarders were aboard, doing their thing, and then they kept coming by and schwacking it. Which was mildly aggravating, to say the least. But hey, what can you do? Eventually, I basically said, screw it, throw the kitchen sink into capturing this goddamn thing, and I not only sent over my Marines that I had, but I also converted my ship's crew, so my service crew, to Marines, sent them aboard, and that was finally the last thing that we needed, the last push that we needed to capture the ship. And holy hell, I think we had, out of 100, I think it was 100 and some people that we sent, it was a rattlesnake, I think, that we used. Yeah, so it was this ship right here, so ship information. Crew, what's my maximum crew? So yeah, out of 93 crew that I deployed to basically capture that thing, 9 survived. And that was it. So now I can go into the information panel for the Phoenix Vanguard here. I can promote the best crewman. And we're good to go. Now I can quickly teleport over to my dragon here, and I can have the crew kind of transfer back over. Now I will, in order to repair this thing back up here, go to its information panel, go to crew. I will transfer a couple of recruit Marines. Do not transfer the veterans, because they will lose their experience, and it's a pain in the ass when that happens. I'll take 4 of them, and I'll turn them into service crew. Confirm. I will now tell the Rattlesnake to trade or transfer crew with the Phoenix, and I want the Phoenix to give him back all of his recruiting boys, and especially the veterans, because the veterans are the ones that matter. There was actually a special Rattlesnake that we captured at one point from the Fallen Families, which was a slightly different color. That was the main thing, special with it. But it only had, I think, 20 crew, which is pretty low, but they were all elites. So we were sending wave after wave of Marines to try and capture the ship, and they kept failing. Because they were freaking, it was like 20 Rambos were aboard this ship. It was ridiculous trying to board the damn thing. But yeah, so now if I were to, for example, just say, I'm going to outright sell this ship, because, hey, I really don't care for the Phoenix Vanguard at all. It's a shit ship. I could currently make 8.4 million by selling it. Once it's fully repaired, on the other hand, I could probably make even more money from selling it. And of course, after my Marines are, on board their correct ship. Or I could keep it and use it. Let's take a look at it just to make sure here. Phoenix Vanguard, go to the ship overview. So it is a bit of a, it's more of a very light carrier. So it has 2 small docks capable of holding 40 small ships. So it's a very light carrier. Whoops, I'm knocking shit over. Okay, there we go. Oh, fuck. You piece of crap. Alright, there we are. All in all, it doesn't really have too much of interest. It actually has a variety of different things.
Awaiting orders.
Get out of my chair.
Hello.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Now, who was saying they're getting harassed again? Let's take a look here. Property. They should be flashing red. 2 grand is being assaulted by pirates.
Autopilot engaged.
A Colonial Police Chimera is currently harassing my ship. Let's go deal with that. And also, while we're at it, let's check up on the progress of the shipbuilding. We're down to 1. We just need 1 more and we're good to go. He does not need E-cells at all. Right. 1 more good trade run should be enough to get this done. Is the hope and the dream. Sell the hull parts. Buffalo. Buy the hull parts. Get over here.
Entering system. 18 billion.
Sell the hull parts. Wait, what the hell is the Phoenix Vanguard doing here? I choose not to question it. So yeah, we are down to the final requested ship, which is the last Rattlesnake. We also have all of our Dragon Raiders currently just chilling here, waiting for orders. Which eventually I'll throw them all into one gigantic fleet, and we can move them where they need to go. So, essentially, at the end of the split story, one of the split storylines here, the free split storyline, I should say, and I'm pretty sure this is the end of it, they are asking me to deliver them a fleet. An entire damned fleet. And here is what they want. Let's go to the open briefing here. They want 2 times monitor ships with XL travel drives, basically all of this lovely stuff. I believe, I want to pull up my sheet again. Basically, each one of these monitors for this loadout is 64 million credits. So, that's 128 million credits just for these 2 ships that they want. The Rattlesnakes with this loadout are 20 million apiece, times 5. That's another 100 million. Right there, pretty much. Then we have the 8 Dragon Raiders. Same thing, because of the MK3 freaking combat engines. They're also worth a good 6 million a pop. So, yeah. Cough. So the grand total of money we're having to spend to deliver this fleet is ridiculous. And as far as I know, so far, the only reward that I get for this mission is basically to separate, basically, you see these kind of, all of these sectors right here will separate completely from the main Patriarch systems and become an opposition to them. So we're basically creating a whole new faction to increase war in the universe. We're basically giving them a fleet to start a war. They already tried this before when the Patriarchy first arrived to try and put the free split families under heel, per se. And that's where this character's start began, where I was a pilot that essentially took part in this big battle against the Patriarch forces to try and secure independence for the free split families, and we got wiped out. They basically just destroyed everyone, all of us. There's a massive graveyard of ships over there to represent that. That's also, I think, why the sector is called the Fires of Defeat. So, yes. And, yeah, my very first objective in that was to wipe out the fleet, essentially, or part of the fleet, that defeated us. Which I did, actually, within the first day that I streamed it. I think it took me 6 hours, and I finally freaking did it, and it was glorious. It was absolutely glorious.
Wyvern, jump gate, 2.
Ooh.
Awaiting orders.
Another Wyvern.
Chimera, entering system, 2 grand.
I want him to attack me, though, so let me disable my turrets for a second. He attacks me, I kill him. Because it's his fault, then. But yes. So yeah, within the first couple of hours, I managed to, after basically ramming my face into it, because I thought this was the new split pot line, and I was essentially, supposed to engage, because it gave me the mission, fight this fleet. And I figured, okay, I'm going to get in my new ship, I'm going to fly over to this fleet, I'm going to get some reinforcements or something, and we're going to be able to, take on this fleet, and yada yada yada. And that didn't happen. In small, little, tiny text, in the description of that mission, it says, when you get stronger. So it's like, basically like saying, F off, come back, wipe out this fleet. If you had taken the Patriarchy side, that sector would have been called the Fires of Victory. So yes.
P. Chimera.
Hey, Chimera. Oh no! You are attacking me! What a world!
Split take revenge.
Hey, you shot me first! Means I get my revenge.
You cannot destroy me that easily.
You not get away with that.
I
Sure I do.
destroy you.
Split that.
Now, who's engaging me right now? There's another Xenon P. Let me go ahead and rearm my turrets, so that they can also engage these little
Thanks
buggers.
for your help. Here's a little something as thanks.
60,000 credits. Aw, yeah. I mean, it's not much, but hey, it's better than a kick to the balls. Excellent. So yeah, in small, tiny text, it said to basically
Container.
come back later when you're stronger and capture, or not capture, destroy these ships. So luckily, as it turns out, dragons, which are the ship I'm currently flying, are very, very easy to capture.
M. Mamba. Jump gate.
So I managed to
Virus of
capture
defeats
one of
Mamba.
these early on. Let me disarm my turrets again, because again I want him to fire at me first. Oh no, you attacked me! I can fire back. Because I'm in a neutral sector that's not at war with the Patriarchy, so if
As thanks.
I don't let them attack me first, then it might be considered as a criminal act. So
Container.
yeah. But yeah. So I managed to capture a dragon, it had plasmas, and then I began what was about 2 to 3 hours of slowly picking off their fleet. Killing their
Vulture
dragons, killing their
P.
mambas, their chimeras, just slowly getting them to peel away, popping them, and then running away. Because again, the dragon is a glass cannon. It has a lot of guns, a lot of really good guns, but the shields are absolute trash. So if more than one ship is engaging you, they're gonna rip through your shields in seconds.
Container.
So yeah, that was a 2 to 3 hour long struggle of trying to do that. I captured a lot of ships, and I eventually destroyed the rattlesnake that I needed to, which is the big beastie that I just used to capture that other ship. And unfortunately learned that you cannot, because I captured several, they abandoned several of the dragons, because again, dragons are easy, apparently. Take it as you will. But yeah, they were very quickly abandoned, and I was able to capture them. Unfortunately, they are still considered a quest
Thanks
item,
for your
or
help.
a quest
Here's a
ship.
little something as
So,
thanks.
because of that, you have to destroy them. You don't have a choice, you have to blow them up. You can't trade them away, because if you trade them away,
Container.
then they become the faction that you trade them to. Like, if I trade them to a Parenthood dock, they become owned by the Parenthood faction, but they are still a quest ship. So if you then blew them up, you would piss off the Parenthood faction. So luckily, I came up with a nice little alternative, which was able to net me some good money early on, and also, you know, allow me to complete that mission,
Alligator.
essentially.
Mineral.
I took the ships to a local dock, essentially, what the hell is it called? Also, I need to go check the dock here and see if they rebuilt it. Now that I'm recalling. So I'm gonna set an auto point here for now.
Autopilot. Engaged.
Autopilot, go! So yeah, I docked them at an equipment dock. I sold everything they had on them, their shields, their guns, their gear, everything that I could. Just ripped off the hull plating practically, just sold every little bit I could.
Entering
And
system. Fires of
then I flew
defeat.
them out into space and blew them up. And that way I still made a couple of million credits off of each of them and was able to blow them up, or was able to complete the objective. And I think I was one of the first people that actually got the achievement for that, if I'm not mistaken. Because within the, you know, other than developers themselves, 'cause within the first 6 hours of playing the game, I had, you know, defeated that fleet and gotten the achievement. And usually Steam will say, you know, well, 0.01% of the, or 0.1% of the people who have this game have this achievement, and it didn't have that for me. It does now. If I look it up now, it'll actually say that quite a few people have that now. Let me actually see if I can pull that one up there. Let's see, yeah, no, not Fires of Fate. Oh, that one also says that 2.1% people have that. But, where's the damn thing for that? Achievements. Here we go. Plus 21 more. A significant bit. Where was it? Righteous Fury. Yes, it's Righteous Fury, but it's not showing up on here anymore, which is a shame. If I scroll down throughout it, it'll tell me. Shipbreaker. Load more activity. Yeah, here we go. Righteous Fury. It was March 31st when it released. 1.4% of players now have that achievement. So at 7:15 p.m. on March 31st, I acquired that achievement. Which was nice. Ironically enough, I also unlocked the achievement of destroying the engines of a capital ship, which I'd done multiple times before that, so I don't know why I got the achievement. Oh my god, what have I flown into? Is this Xenon Sector 9? This is Xenon Sector 9. Yeah, no, that's not a good place to be.
Matrix number 4, 5.
Unfortunately,
1.
it looks like the Teladi have lost this sector again. Which I'm not at all surprised by.
Autopilot disengaged.
Arm the turrets. So not only are we going to this equipment dock to basically buy all the gear that I need, but we're also doing it because that's my faction rep for the split, and I want to make sure that I can buy the blueprints that I want to buy from there again. Because last time I was there, it was so obliterated from the Xenon that I was unable to dock even. Somehow the frickin' place was still technically intact enough that the faction rep didn't move, which was kind of annoying almost, to be honest.
Family took her.
Because I would almost prefer her to move to the other one, but hey, whatever. But hey, maybe we'll be able to get in there and recover it. I should probably also wipe out a lot of the Xenon here, and I'm assuming that fleet... no, I don't know what happened to that fleet. I guess they must have spread up or whatever when they... Yeah, because they were here. They were here. There was an I and 2 Ks, and now they've vanished, so I'm kind of mildly concerned as to where they went. And again, I do the same damn strategy that I did with the Phoenix. I get on the back of them, because the I and the K have the same weakness, which is their kind of upper shell, per se. And from there, you can slowly whittle down their engines, whittle down all their weapons and such, and then call in a bigger ship that hopefully you would have, which would be capable of dealing enough damage to actually kill the thing. Because your guns, even the Dragon's guns, if I had plasmas still, aren't strong enough to out-DPS those shield regen. Especially on the I. The K you can almost manage, but the I, no.
Entering system.
Not even gonna happen.
Family took her.
Hey! The equipment dock is back in all of its glory. Fan-freaking-tastic.
Out of docking range.
Let's go dock, talk to the faction rep, and hopefully get some torpedoes. Because, God, I need some torpedoes.
Out of docking range. Docking granted.
Awaiting
I
orders.
should also eventually tell my miners to go trade their goods. There we go.
Successfully docked.
Now, combat engines
honored to have
MK3,
aboard.
combat thrusters MK3. I'm using the Talati MK2 shield because the split MK2 shield is kind of crap. The thermal discharger is actually a nice little thing, but I'm not going to bother with that. But what I need is consumables. Let's get rid of these dumb fire missiles. I can't use those anymore anyway. What I do want, though, is a shite ton of good old heavy torpedo launchers. Let's also buy a couple of advanced satellites, pump up my regular satellites, and then get a few more resource probes while I'm at it.
I was asked to drop my cargo.
Confirm the order. That'll take a whole 4 seconds, apparently.
Hello.
Dragon.
As hilarious as it is that it only takes like 4 seconds for that to occur. Alright, let's go talk to the faction rep. It's been forever since this station was almost utterly destroyed. Oh, hello there. Harry Cruz. You've actually got decent morale, but beyond that, eh. Representative Office for the Free Families. Soon you'll be the court of Curbs families.
It's an honor to see you here.
Okay. Different modules, so advanced comp. Don't think I need advanced composites.
Something hit us.
Split wish you fortune.
Acknowledged.
Hopefully I'm not going to get a text in a second that he's been destroyed.
It's an honor to see you here.
Show me your blueprints. What I wanted was equipment. Also, eventually ships. I wonder if I should buy those ships now. The Baylor is one I think I wanted. We'll have to take a look at that just to make sure. The Raptor, holy crap. If I wanted to buy the blueprint for the Raptor alone, which is, again, the super... That is a super ship, though. Like, that is the Star Destroyer style, just ridiculous beast. 326 million just for the blueprint. However, I can technically revert, using the mod I have, reverse engineer the Raptor I have. But, that being said, the amount of time it would probably take to reverse engineer that would be like, what? 12 plus hours, maybe 20 hours? So, don't really know if that'd be worth it. The Baylor. I'm going to take a look at that and see if it's worth it, because I might get that. That and the Aspirator, I think, is a nice little S-class ship. But the main thing I want right now is the turrets. The L Plasma and the M Bolt. Or not the M Bolt. We'll go with the M Pulse.
Split wish you fortune.
That should be good. Okay. Ships. Combat ships. Fighters and support ships. There we go. Yes. The Balor. Or Balur. Either way. Yeah, the Aspirator, and then we have the Balur. Both of which are fighters. This one's a heavy fighter. But the main aspect about this one that's really good is that he has 4 weapon slots. I mean, he still only has 1 shield generator, but he has 3 engines and 4 weapon slots. So this is something that I want as my main kind of fighter.
It's
So,
an honor to see you
even though
here.
I still don't have enough money to build the shipyard again like I did last time, and especially to make it self-sufficient, which is a whole other task, I'm still going to buy that ship blueprint, just because I can. Confirm.
Split wish you fortune.
I could also
It's an honor
buy...
to see you here.
I could also buy the Dragon Raider blueprint. But that's 7 million I don't have to spend right now. And worst comes to worst, again, I can reverse engineer one of my dragons. It'll cost me like, what, 7 hours? But considering I usually spend, what, 3+ hours anyway every single episode, it's not going to take long for that to be reverse engineered. Anyway, actually, let me just quickly get back to the ship.
Hello.
Hello. Alright. Go ahead and undock. And I think I should probably call that here pretty much, since I have got to pass out, unfortunately. For glorious work in the morning. God, I hope it's not going to be a freaking mess when I get there. Since I turned down weekend work, and I don't quite know how that's going to turn out with the people that we're taking over. We will see how that goes. Alright, first things first though, let's go over here, manage funds, accept the estimate, so I can get some sweet, sweet dosh back in my pocket. Let's take a look and see if there's any progress on the rattlesnake. No, not as of yet. They still haven't begun construction, so we'll do one more good run for all of the other large class ships that I have. Yeah, this went a lot better than the last little episode we did, per se, where everything just went to hell. I did very little, made very little actual progress in it. We just kind of derped around and frickin' lost one of my rattlesnakes, as well as my Odysseus finally blew up, which was the free ship, the free L-class ship that I got forever ago. But still, you know, it's just a pain in the ass ship. But yeah, you know what? While I'm at it, all the monitors are basically here. All of the dragons are ready to go. So let's go ahead and get them established in their fleet. Let's assign role defense gamma, we will say. So now if I go here, we have Fleet 12. And I will go ahead and order them to just kind of position themselves over here. That way they're all in a nice organized place for me. And once the other one is available, I can assign them to this fleet along with the 2 monitors, make sure I empty out as much of their stuff as I can. Because again, once I complete this mission, I'm going to lose control of all these ships. Which sucks, but it is what it is. We got another 9.6 million due from trades. That doesn't include the costs of the trade, though, but still. The one thing I like with Tater Trade as well, which is a mod, I should mention, is that if I go into the logbook, it will tell me exactly how much we're standing to get here. Claytronics, and that's something I'm actually very tempted to stop them from doing. The amount of money that I get off of Claytronics is not a lot. You spend like 700, 800,000, and you get only like 200,000. Whereas other ones are getting, like right here, 820,000 spent on electronics, and we're only getting an extra 100,000 off of that. Whereas a couple of other guys who are, if I can find one, apparently only the Claytronics are selling right now. Here's one. This guy, Delta, who's doing field coils right now, spent 200,000 and he's making an extra 100,000 on top of that, so far more profit there for how much money was spent. Same thing here. Bought 142,000 worth of shield components and sold it for 100 grand extra. Even this, well, he's Claytronics again. Claytronics, Claytronics, Claytronics. Always the Claytronics. Scree. But yeah. Anyway. Everyone's on their way. My ship is refilled with 42 torpedoes, which should be quite fun. They're slow moving, they do track, but damn do they hit hard. But anyway. Let's go ahead and save that there for now. Let's go ahead and save over... Let's do the save 10. Let's do that this time. No problem. One thing I'll say, Dune, if you do start up the game for the first, if you do decide to pick up the game, and for anyone, and I say this almost every single episode as well that I do for this, if you want to make a lot of money early on, you can do one of many things, honestly, when it comes to trading. One thing I always suggest is just buy a lot of satellites. Like, fill your hull with satellites and just drop them at every station, especially the equipment docks, the wharfs, and the shipyards, because those are the big ones where your traders are going to be making a lot of money. But especially the trade stations, because those are where they're going to be selling, like, all of the Navidium. So the more trade stations you unlock, the more Navidium you can sell. If you want to make a lot of money fairly quickly, you can go around the main kind of circle here that brings you around the core sectors. Hop off of Holy Vision here into Faulty Logic. Head down to Faulty Logic 2. And if you go at about a 45-degree-ish angle, you'll find a group of about 4 asteroids in this area. And that's where you can get yourself a free Odysseus Vanguard. All you need is a single Marine on your ship that you can send out to board it. And there you go, you have a new ship. At which point, the easiest thing to keep it intact is to leave the sector, either order it to follow you once you've left. That way it won't trigger all the mines in the area. Or just outright click it and sell it somewhere, and you've made 8 million. And then you can spend that 8 million buying trade ships, buying mining ships, and then having them, say, mine Navidium and trading it to all the different trade stations scattered around the universe. That's how you're going to make a lot of money early on. That's how I've made a lot of money, honestly. If I were to... is there a statistics where I can see... Do I have a statistics page? I do have a statistics page. Unfortunately, it doesn't really tell me how much money that I've made from selling... Yeah, total value of trades that I've made. Yeah, this is the amount of money I've made in the entirety of the game so far. The total value of my trades is almost up to 1 billion credits. So 967 million credits. And we've executed 5,845 trades. Only constructed 1 station, though. But hey, it is what it is. Unfortunately, I can't see a subsection of this to see how many of those trades were Navidium. But a vast portion of it was probably Navidium. Because each one of those is selling for 500,000 to upwards of 1 million for the big ships. But anyway, I'm going to end that there for now. So thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Have a great one. And I'll catch you all... I'm not sure if tomorrow. Honestly, it's a Monday. I usually get burned all to shit on Monday. But other than that, we'll see what happens. Regardless, though,